Have you ever read something that sent a shiver down your spine? Not because of ghosts or monsters, but because it felt disturbingly real. Today, we re-dive into one of the most controversial and chilling short stories ever published in America. Shirley Jackson S. The Lottery. This isn't your typical horror story. There are no jump scares, no supernatural beasts. The monster here is something far more familiar. Picture this. June 27th, a beautiful, sunny morning. The flowers are blooming. The grass is richly green. In a small, idyllic village, everyone is gathering in the town square. It's a festive atmosphere, almost like a town picnic. Kids are out of school for the summer, running around, collecting stones. The adults are chatting, sharing jokes. It feels warm, safe, and completely normal. This is the genius of Shirley Jackson's setup. She paints a picture of pure Americana, a scene so wholesome you can almost smell the freshly cut grass. At the center of the square is a shabby, black wooden box. It's old, splintered, and the paint is peeling. This box holds the fate of the entire village. Mr. Summers, who runs the coal business, is in charge of the proceedings, assisted by Mr. Graves, the postmaster. Their names, Summers and Graves, are our first subtle hint that something isn't right. A summer day, leading to a grave. It's a chilling piece of foreshadowing, almost hidden in plain sight. Mr. Summers stirs the slips of paper inside the box. He has a list of all the families in the village. The tradition is ancient. The original black box was lost long ago, and even the original rituals have been forgotten or changed. They used to have a special chant and a formal salute, but now they just do it. The only thing that remains is the use of stones. This detail about forgotten rituals is crucial. It shows us how traditions can become hollow, performed out of blind habit rather than genuine belief or understanding. Lottery in June. Corn be heavy soon. One of the old-timers, Old Man Warner, mutters. He has been through this 77 times and scoffs at the idea of other towns giving up their lotteries. A cast dim, a pack of crazy fools. For him, the lottery is the bedrock of their civilization, the thing that keeps society from falling apart. One by one, the head of each household is called up to draw a slip of paper from the box. The tension begins to build. Who's the little? It's a quiet, nervous energy beneath the surface of casual conversation. Husbands draw for their families. There's a bit of banter, some nervous jokes. Everyone is holding their breath, but they keep their papers folded. No one is allowed to look until everyone has drawn. Then, a moment of drama. A woman named Tessie Hutchinson arrives late, joking that she'd almost forgotten what day it was. She's laughing and lighthearted, making her way through the crowd to stand with her husband, Bill. Her casual attitude makes what happens next even more shocking. She's just like any of us, busy with chores, a little forgetful, but ultimately a part of this community. Once every family has a slip, Mr. Summers gives the signal. Everyone unfolds their paper. A collective sigh of relief ripples through the crowd as people see their slips are blank. But one is not. Bill Hutchinson is holding the slip with the black spot. He's got it. Suddenly, Tessie Hutchinson's demeanor completely changes. The jokes are gone. It wasn't fair. She screams. You didn't give him time enough to take any paper he wanted. Primera, sa, W. The crowd turns on her, telling her to be a good sport. Even her own husband tells her to shut up. The mask of community spirit begins to crack, revealing the ugly selfishness underneath. When things were fine for her, the lottery was acceptable. But now that her family is chosen, she's ready to cry foul. But the ritual isn't over. This was just the first round. Now, we narrow it down. There are 5 people in the Hutchinson family. Bill, Tessie, and their 3 children. 5 new slips of paper are put into the box, 1 for each of them. The other villagers step back, their relief almost palpable. They are safe for another year. The Hutchinson family is now isolated, standing alone in the center of the square. One by one, they draw. The youngest son, little Davy, needs help from his father to draw his slip. He's just a toddler. He looks at his blank paper, smiling, not understanding the gravity of the situation. The other children, Bill Jr. and Nancy also showed their blank slips, their faces filled with relief. Now only two are left, Bill and Tessie. Bill opens his slip. It's blank. And then, all eyes turn to Tessie. She hasn't opened her paper. She's holding it tightly. It isn't fair. It isn't right. She keeps repeating, her voice filled with panic. Mr. Summers forces her hand open. On the paper is a single, terrifying black spot. The story ends with a sentence that has haunted readers for decades. The villagers, including Tessie's own family and friends, begin to pick up the stones the children had gathered earlier. Old Man Warner encourages them. Come on, everyone. Even little Davy Hutchinson is handed a few pebbles. And as Tessie screams in terror, the story tells us, and then they were upon her. Jackson doesn't describe the final act. She leaves it to our imagination, which is far more horrifying. The story cuts to black, leaving us with the image of an entire community. People who just moments ago were laughing and joking together, turning into a mindless, violent mob. When the lottery was first published in Asterisk, the New Yorker Asterisk magazine in 1948, the public reaction was explosive. People were shocked, outraged, and confused. They canceled their subscriptions. They sent hate mail. They wanted to know where this barbaric village was, assuming it was a true story. They couldn't believe that a story could suggest that ordinary people were capable of such a thing. But that's precisely the point. The lottery isn't about some distant, primitive tribe. It's a mirror held up to our own society. It is a powerful allegory about the dangers of blind conformity and the senseless violence that can result from following tradition without questioning it. Why do they hold the lottery? Because they've always held the lottery. The reason has been lost to time, but the ritual persists. The story forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. What traditions do we follow without thinking? What injustices do we accept because that's just the way things are? The villagers aren't evil monsters. They are regular people who have rationalized an act of incredible cruelty. They participate because everyone else is, and they fear being ostracized or worse, becoming the next victim. Shirley Jackson wrote this story shortly after World War II, as the world was grappling with the horrors of the Holocaust and trying to understand how ordinary citizens could participate in, or stand by and allow, such atrocities. The lottery suggested the capacity for such darkness isn't confined to a specific time or place. It's a part of human nature, a primitive impulse that can be unleashed when critical thinking is suspended in favor of mob rule. It's a story that stays with you long after you've finished reading. It's a chilling reminder that the veneer of civilization can be terrifyingly thin. So, what do you think? Is the story a condemnation of tradition? A warning about human nature? Or something else entirely? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into classic literature, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. It really helps the channel grow. We'll see you in the next video.